welcome to survey 282. Today I got here and it started absolutely hammering down and like my camera is just outside of the bivvy, the brolly, so I can't really have it there because it gets soaking wet and it's just my phone, you know, so I can't really just ruin my phone for the sake of it having a fishing video. So I thought I would just fish this one mainly because the wind's coming right across and I'm sheltered a bit, and that far side looks really nice for chub. And I was using them little white things again. I think they're called sumos or something. You get them from Jackie in the shop. They're little soft hookables. I've got some more of them, and that's what I was using. I was using 2 of them on a hair rig, and I caught this chub, which you can see now, but you can't see the fight because I won't film it. Them white things, lovely fish, close to £4. I'll put it straight back. Wow, this wind has forced me to move from that previous swim I was in. It was a good bream swim, but the wind was blowing right at me. It was so difficult. And then the next bend down, the deep one with the big bream in, well, that one that had some people in. So I thought, well, I might as well come to what I'm calling beaver swim, because each time I've come here twice. I've caught 2 fish, a bream and a chub, each on separate occasions, and I've seen a beaver 100% of the time. So it's 5:10, so I thought, well, I might as well. I'm gonna fish with the white things again and see if anything else is down there. Let's see what we get. Well, I gave that swim just under an hour. I didn't have a tap, and I thought, I fancy a move. It's different habitat, really, this bit for the fish. It's deeper, barely any lilies, but a nice big tree on the far side, which chub love. That's what I'm going for. Let's see what we get. Oh, there is a fish on. That was such a small bite. That must be a chub. It's not a chub. What is it? Oh, that's unexpected. That's a big bream right next to my head. God, blimey. Let me see if I can just... I'm really not very good at holding fish. He's fine. I'll just hold him how I'm comfortable. Absolute whopper. Probably £6. I think I'll weigh that. Let's give it some water. I've just zeroed them with the weight on. Now I'll sort the fish out. The fish has been in the water. It's completely fine. It's really quite heavy. I tell you, Oops. Might even be more than £6. My biggest bream, £7.4, and I caught that with my dad on this section of river. He'll remember it. I've got a photo somewhere. God, when will this land in that end? All right, son. Won't be long. Right. So it's all zeroed. Just take that on there. Wowzers. I've got to detect the net, I forgot. £9.2 with the net. Hopefully you can see. £9, 2 ounce with the net. The net weighs £2 or just under £2. The bream. It always seems so lifeless, but it will kick straight back into life as soon as I move the net. Just give it a moment though. It's going to be quite an old fish, that one. I think it's swimming into the net. There you go. Off you go. There's a lot of bream slime on in there, which is unusual actually for a river bream. I've got to say, normally a river bream is very clean, almost rough feeling. That one was definitely a little more slimy. It'll be fine, the slime will come straight back. Let me just see. Still zeroed. It's all wet. Oops. Still dripping with water. Let's just saying it was dripping with water still. As you can see, probably. And it is £2.2. So that would be £7 bob on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That is a lovely, lovely bream. Definitely not biggest in there by any means. But that, I love river bream like that. That was whopper. Thought it was over £6. And the water's a little bit coloured. And there's a match on tomorrow, so maybe the matchman will catch some. Be interesting to see if a big weight comes in. Anyway, let's carry on. Trying out a red one, the same manufacturer. See what we get. Beaver. Can you believe that just popped up right in front of me? You really couldn't make that up, could you? It's just down there, look. It's coming back, I think. Oh, I decided not to chase after it this time. I don't really achieve anything. I wanted to... What I do achieve, I've done it with the otters, but I would follow them and they would move much quicker and I'd have to travel, I'd leave my kit and travel like as far as the field would allow. I can just see what they do, how they move and hunt, but the beaver, it's done exactly the same thing as last time. Wow, I didn't see it come down. On it, its head just popped up right in front of me. Obvious beaver. And it got out where it got out last time. So I'm just going to stay put this time and see if another one comes along. Or if the same one goes back with a branch. And then as I was watching it, I got a bite. Not sure how I feel about having my line going through the river with beavers about. They're big, they're really, really big. A lot bigger than a dog otter. Well, yeah, bigger than a dog otter. One I saw, I'd say, bigger than the biggest otter I've ever seen was that beaver I saw. I didn't see this one as clearly, even though I could see the head very well. I couldn't see its tail very clearly. Fascinating things. They're working in this area, engineering this area. Look at them. Oh, I don't know what they were. Not a bird bound, not a twitcher, but so anyway, I need to put this back out before it gets dark. It's literally near on 80% of the time I'm here now at this time of the evening, I see beavers, or a beaver. I think it's moved on further downstream this time, or it's got out. Because I couldn't see the bow waves when I just cast. It'd be nice to see either another one, or it swim back to a branch. It really must have been so close to my line. It popped up kind of on the video. It never looks as close as what it is, but that's probably, if I led down, it's probably 6 to 10 of me away from me. Less than a cricket wicket. More than a snooker table. What I'll do with that beaver footage again, when I edit it, I'll probably zoom in again. I'll show you without zooming in because the camera's better without. And then when I add the zoom in, it'll blur a little bit. But you can adjust the video quality on YouTube by using that little cog picture. If you don't know already, there's pike, there's fish. Feels like a bream. Could be a chub actually. Coming in. It's coming in for them. Snags, it might be a... Yeah, it is. I think that beaver's just there as well. Oh yeah. If that breed was £7, this chub's £4. Oops. There's the red thing. I think that beaver's on its way back. Let me show you the chub. Right. There's the chub. Lovely fish. Really happy with that. He's fine. He's not worth looking at. Let's put it straight back. God, I love chub fishing, or catching chub. I wasn't sure for a moment if that was another bream. Kingfisher. There he is. See him hover on the branch out there. What a fantastic evening. Anyway, I'm going to put another bait up. I was just saying about the quality button. You press that cog, the gear cog looks like, and it's settings, I think it's called. No, it's not settings. You go to advanced settings and you select highest possible number. And that way you can kind of get the clearest possible picture to see if you think it's a beaver or not, which it is. Sure as that fish was a bream and that previous fish was a chub, that mammal in the river was a beaver. And I've not seen one otter this season, not one here. And I've been catching some good fish. And I've got a theory on all of that combined, which I'll just quickly run through actually. So when the otters are regularly swimming through the river every day and night, the fish are on edge every day and night, not willing to feed on our baits very much. If an otter and a beaver meet, which they will have done, the beaver will tail slap at the otter, and the otter will think, no way am I having a fight with that thing. Honestly, it sounds like a gunshot. So the otter might well push off out of this area. And the knock-on effect of that, if the otters have moved on and don't swim through here for, let's say, 6 months, well, the fish would lose that slight caution and take our baits, possibly, is a theory. I'm going to put one more red thing out, see what I get. 100% that beaver's still there. There's another beaver coming down. I can see it so clearly with my eyes. I cannot see it on this camera. Oh, I just quickly pressed the height. I messed up there. I pressed a button. That was beaver number 2. There's something down there. I'm really hacked off with myself. You can see the beavers, see their bow waves possibly. I think I could have got better footage if I tapped the screen on the beaver, because once it swam past me and I fumbled, I could see on the screen it looked a lot clearer as it swam under the tree. The hazelnut brown fur, a wide head. What are they up to? There he goes. Where are they going? They keep going over to that corner. That's a deep corner. So I'll keep filming. They've come from upstream. one at a time, about 15 minutes apart. Both went over to that far, that's around my point, to that far side. And then they both disappear off to that side over there. And they're both hanging around. You saw one go over there and there's still bow waves over there. There's definitely two of them together down there. Presumably doing nothing more than eating. So one of those trees must be a good one for the beavers. Why they keep going over to that far side over there? I don't think they'll lodge here because this bit is an ocean in the floods, you know, in the winter. And they would need their lodge to have an air hole. Some more bow waves coming back up here. And swallows flying overhead still. Do they have food stores like dotted along the river? Definitely two different sized animals as well. Here we go, look. I'm really filming badly, but I'm trying to look with my eyes. That really is incredible. I always think about stuff, and I was thinking when I see the beavers next, I'm not going to follow. I'm going to stay and just see if another one follows the one I'm following. And it did. About 15 minutes apart. Dragonfly. I haven't seen hardly any dragonflies this year. It's really interesting though. They're doing something on this, our side of the river. Obviously underneath the water. And they're doing something on this side of the river. No way they would try to dam where it's 15 feet deep, surely. There's no way they would do that. That was a bream. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. There's that beaver again. Bow waving. I'm just going to sit back down, I think. I've still literally got half hour of daylight, I'd say. Fishable light before we have to leave. I'm going to see if they either swim back past me or another one comes down. They're definitely living up that way. I think I know where. And working here. There's no way they'd still be there, like going across the river if they're not doing something beaverish. fiendish. No, it's not going to be fiendish. I assume, with very little knowledge of beavers, that they're trying to dig a lodge underneath this bank, where possibly it remains dry, because you can't actually see this bit here when it floods from the road where we can get to, but the beavers obviously can, because they're in here. So they've spent the winter in the floods up there, and then possibly they've decided, actually, you know what, that bit is where they want to be. So now maybe they're working, but they clearly are. But they're not carrying sticks across the surface. They could easily just do that under the water. Oh. I'm still hopeful of one more fish. If you're wondering when you go fishing next, I wonder if I'll be able to see or to notice if a beaver swims by. Put it this way, it's like a canal boat coming past. I saw those bow waves about, 30 seconds at least before I could even see the beaver way upstream. So obviously the flow brought the waves to me. You can see them. I can still see them now. They're coming from the tree. Very big animal to displace that much water. Well, just I was really starting to understand what them beavers were up to. Well, not understand what they're up to, but figuring out they're working on that corner. A couple of guys started fishing on the corner for the last 10, 15, 20 minutes of daylight. Which is fair enough, but the beavers disappeared. And they didn't see him. I was like, how can you not see him? Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. See you again next time, mate.